going to be meeting 10 SDG ambassadors of TCS Ion. What is the full form of SDG?
Sustainable Development Goals.
If you had to give one idea to the leaders, what would it be?
I would suggest the leaders to invest more in these SDGs and awareness programs so that the citizens get to know what these SDGs are and they contribute towards them.
There's one question to improve the world. What would it be?
The question would be, why don't every single people in the world have quality education? Because some of them, they don't go to school, they need to work every day. So I think everyone should have quality education.
In all this SDG, which you think is the best one where you're going to talk to your friends about?
I'm going to talk about the SDG Good Health and Well-being because it's a very fun chapter. It teaches us how to be healthy by taking short steps, and we should eat healthy food and drink clean, purified water.
If you were the Prime Minister of India for one day, what change would you bring as part of SDG?
I would bring a change that everyone should get fair salaries and they should get good jobs. For example, a worker building a building should be treated kindly and should be respected. And I will make sure that everyone gets jobs to support their family.
One good idea which you're going to share with the leaders to make a difference in the world.
I would tell them to add infrastructures or industries which use biofuels instead of that fossil fuels or crude oil. This would make our country or whole world least polluted.
You visited around, what did you see the first thing when you came here?
Penguins.
Penguins! Is that part of SDG?
Yes, life below water. Basically, the SDG is telling us that we should not pollute the earth because the plastic there goes below the water and it harms the water creatures like penguins.
You have done so much on the SDG space. Who's your favorite and why?
I like Shreya because I learned a lot from her personality. She is responsible, takes initiative, and she cares for the environment. She shows that even small actions can create a big difference in the world.
If you were the Prime Minister of India for a day, what change would you try to bring in?
I would choose to focus on SDG 4, quality education. Education is the base of all development. If there's education, it will reduce poverty, illiteracy, inequality and unemployment.
If you actually have SDG Universe to talk with all your friends, what would you recommend as one SDG to focus on?
SDG 13, climate action. We should plant more trees, reduce plastic use by bringing reusable bottles and bags, save electricity and water, organize cleanup drives.
If you were a Prime Minister of India, you would want to change one thing in the SDG. What would it be?
I would focus first on SDG 3, good health and well-being. I would improve hospitals, provide free medical care for poor people, and make sure that every child gets healthy food and medicines.
If you had to give leaders one good idea to make a difference in the world, what would that be?
One idea that I would give is the idea of peace, justice, and strong institutions. I would tell the leaders how important it is to always stand for peace and non-violence.
But if you were the Prime Minister of India, and as per the SDG Universe, what would be your priority for one day?
My priority would be following this one SDG, responsible consumption and production. Now you see, in a capitalist economy, there is always so many companies fighting with each other, putting out the best product. And if you see, there's so many products and so much of waste generated. All these products were taken from Mother Nature, all the materials, and that is getting wasted. As Mahatma Gandhi rightly said, nature provides enough for man's need, not for man's greed. Therefore, if I was a Prime Minister, I would not accept so many brands and companies.
How many characters are there?
4.
Do you remember them?
Shreya was the girl, and then Dhruv was the dog, and Gyan was the boy, and Prakash sir was like who helped them in everything.
And who's your favorite?
My favorite was Gyan. I like him because his name stands for knowledge.
So will you pass on this idea to your friends as well?
Yes, I'll tell them whenever you go to a beach, do not litter because the sea or land animals like crabs and any fish, they may choke on that.
So what would the change in SDG would you bring?
I would first improve the quality of schools build pretty schools, give free books to those who need it, give free education, and provide it in village livestock.
Already having all those characters of Shreya within you, what are you doing about SDG Universe to spread it among your friends?
To spread it among my friends, I would begin by asking them a few questions. Would you want to live in a future where you had to breathe through an oxygen mask? Would you want to live in a future where women feel unsafe or where you are brought up to live differently because you are a man? Would you want to live in a future where as soon as you step out of your house, you are scared because there are missiles flying through the sky and you don't know whether this would be your last day? I would ask them all the questions and I'm sure the answer would be no. Then, for a solution, I would introduce them to the SDG universe, saying that this is the answer, this is the hope to avoid that future.
Team SDG!